slowly than stationary particles. As strange and counterintuitive as it seems, time dilation is a law of nature.
to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now, with the body till we black out. So get the fuck up.
chance to run, leave behind the said and done, figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came fooling anyone. Always going on and on. Can't you keep it to yourself for once? Oh, I think I found a new way out, way beyond your shadow doubt. And I can't breathe. Oh, I hope you're keeping count of all the times you let me down, and all the things you said out loud, the bullshit I could cry about. And I know we could be stronger now, and leave it up to fate somehow. But everything I do for me.
I get lost sometimes and I can't seem to find a light between the walls I built for myself right in my mind. And then you came over and you showed me love that I never had seen before. And now when I got you, it's all gonna be alright. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. You can lift me off the ground, so we can fly again, so we can fly again. I've been trying hard not to go out of my mind, and all I need right now is for you to stay the night. But if you keep saying that you've got to leave, then I'm gonna be alright. As long as you tell me that we ain't running out of time. Thinking about all the things we did tonight, what a time to be alive. Just you and I, just you and I. Only you can put my fire out. You can turn it all around. And you can lift me off the ground, so we can fly again, so we can fly again.
more slowly than stationary particles. As strange and counterintuitive as it seems, time dilation is a law of nature. elixir of life. Because time slows down close to the speed of light, special relativity provides us with a means of going to the stars.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Simplay Motorsport. We are here down under at Bathurst, Mount Panorama, for the next round of the GT Pro Championship. Joined in the commentary box, of course, my name is Kelly Davis, KLF 900. Joining me in the commentary box is the Smithster, Clive Smith. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm very well, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, my friend, not too bad. Before we get started this evening, there's a serious subject that I need to talk about, and it's something that's arisen on Simplay Motorsport just recently, and has been a bit of a problem for the last few weeks. And there's been some accusations, there's been some heated conversations, and so on and so forth. And it's probably not the best place for me to bring this up, but I feel so strongly about the subject that I feel that I really should deal with this subject while I've got the open forum of being a commentator. Of course, I'm talking about Christmas, Smithy.
Sorry, my headphones went funny.
That's okay. I'm talking about Christmas and how it's completely inappropriate to be talking about it now. Yeah? So, for the record, Christmas can only be talked about from December the 1st. Yeah? That's the law. It's the law. Okay? Anybody breaching this law, of course, is mad. Now, there was some talk last night, on last night's stream, yeah, that Christmas can be talked about after Children in Need. Now, Children in Need's this Saturday. No. That is still too close. December the 1st is when we can talk about Christmas. Forget what you see on TV and the John Lewis adverts and all that. It is December the 1st. Now, Smithy, with that in mind, yeah,
Yep.
10 races to go. Matt Duffin's going to love it. You know why?
What is that?
Because there's only 10 more opportunities, 10 more chopping days till Christmas. 10 more chopping days. Oh, God, I cracked myself.
You love that, don't you?
Oh, yeah, so that's enough of the C word for one evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, we're here at Bathurst, and a fantastic track down under. We'll get into a bit of chit-chat about it first, because I've wasted the first 2.5 minutes talking about Christmas, which we ain't going to do any more of that. So
Good.
Let's move on, and let's start off with the track guide tonight, shall we, Smithy?
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Please
So,
do.
sorry.
Please do.
Absolutely, we will. So any second now we will move to the track guide done expertly by Unorthodox.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another track guide. We are here for the next round of the championship, and we are at Bathurst, Mount Panorama, arguably my favourite circuit, as we are here for another race of the championship, and it is 6.2 kilometres long with elevation change at 174 metres and opened back in 1938, and an FIA Grade 3. And it's got 23 corners anti-clockwise as the Simplay Motorsport goes through turn 1 into Hell Corner. And Hell Corner is one of the easiest corners to get wrong around here as it heads towards that mountain straight. But obviously Hell Corner is going to cause a lot of congestion up into turn 1. As you can see here, the Agora, not the widest track at all, and it's struggling to maneuver its way through this section. But if you do manage to come through that section unscathed, and you've had a great run through there, you head up towards Mountain Straight and get a great tow off the cars around you. But also, the Hell Corner also opportunity, a great overtaking place as well. You see the Agora goes down the inside, a little bit of contact from the Mercedes, but he does get the job done and makes his way up the hill towards Quarry Bend. And it's all about as much commitment as you could take into turn 2, Quarry Bend. It is slightly banked, so you can take a lot more speed than you actually think and run all the way out to the curb, as you can see on the onboard. Break it just at that service road and try and get it into the apex. You see that banked corner, you get a decent run through there. It's going to set you up beautifully up towards the cutting. It is a very difficult corner though to overtake. It can be done, but you do need to have a decent amount of overhang over the car in front. As you can see there, the Mercedes just able to hang on, but the Aston attacking as they head towards the cutting. A double apex corner. Make sure you go into the first one and let the car drift out wide to get a late apex, and be careful on exit as well, because there's a kind of a kink as you head up towards it, and the car becomes very light. And again, all this circuit is banked, and it's all about commitment and bravery. And you can see the Acura handling it beautifully through the cutting. It then heads towards a Griffin's Mount, but obviously there is still an opportunity to overtake here. As you see the Okura go right round the outside, and obviously being a banked corner as well, you can hang it out wide, and the Okura have better traction. Towards Griffin's Mount, and then up towards Reed Park and into Sullivan Park as well. This whole section is all about commitment and bravery. You really do need the car to be set up, and you got to flirt with the wall. Get as dangerously close as you dare. As we go on board, you can see how close the Simplay Okura gets. He's just skimming each part of the walls, getting as close as he dares, avoiding the curbs as well, but the curbs can be lethal. Right over towards the line, try and open the track up as much as you possibly can through Griffin's Mount, Reed Park and Sullivan Park. You then get to as you get up to the top of the hill, we head towards Skyline and the S's. And again, the car needs to be well balanced and under control as it heads downhill, making sure you've got the car in a nice balance set up so you're able to take as much commitment down the hill. As you can see now, the Simplay Okura comes downhill. The uphill section is about bravery. This is about being patient and taking your time on the brakes, being easy on the brakes and the throttle, making sure you don't change down too fast because it is a tricky hill to get down. Once you've managed to negotiate the S's, you head towards the Dipper and then Forest's Elbow. Very, very tricky corner, downhill braking, off camber, and the car is all over the shop, but once it gets under control, it gets a great run out towards Conrod Straight. But as you can see there, very tricky final section there of the hill, and it's all about nailing it. But the problem with this part of the track is that it's no real overtaking opportunities. You're going to be stuck behind a car for a while. The Okura much more balanced, much better setup, and it can't find a way past the Mercedes. There's no good opportunity. It needs to find a way through. It looks to the outside, but still no opportunity. This whole section is all about being patient and setting yourself up ready for Forest Elbow as they head towards the S's and the Dipper. And you see there, the Okura so much better on traction, but it can't find a way through because the track's not wide enough. The only real overtaking opportunity is towards Forest Elbow. As you can see there, the Okura down the inside and gets the job done on the Porsche, but it does need to make sure it gets a good exit as it heads towards Conrod Straight and towards the Chase. Down towards the Chase, you can go across this white line as long as you stick two wheels on it, over the Chase and into the final section of the Chase, making sure you get the car stopped. You may have nailed the lap here, but you can still mess it up with these very, very basic corners. The Chase is definitely an opportunity to overtake. The Okura down the inside into the Chase, BMW being forced out wide, and the Okura goes through. Heading into the final section now, Murray's Corner. You've nailed the lap, you've done everything out, and it's just a 90 left. And it's so easy to get wrong. You really do need to nail this final corner, and if you have, you would have produced a beautiful lap around here. Host of the V8 Supercars Bathurst 1000 is such a challenge for the V8s. It's going to be a challenge for the guys here. Down the inside is a final overtaking opportunity. The Okura finally gets the Mercedes done, and towards the finish line he goes. Now, the other thing to keep an eye on as well is pit entry and pit exit. As you come into the pits, you brake here, and it is a horrible chicane section, making sure you get the car stopped because the curbs can throw you off and spin you around. And also just making sure you come onto the pit exit is just here, the green cones. You can release the pit entry. Just make sure you stay to the left hand side. Do not go shooting across the track because that can cause issues. And here are your lap records here. The fastest is Andy on a 2:05.1 for qualifying, 2:06.7 for unorthodox, and also Rabbit Joe and Smoky Devil with some good lap times around here. Little Leach most poles, and Rabbit Joe most wins. Best of luck to all the guys here this evening. This is going to be the biggest challenge they're going to run this season, and I hope that we have some great racing for rounds 15 and 16 of the championship. And back to the guys in the comms.
Another fantastic guide from down there around Bathurst. I love this track. I think it's fantastic. I think it's one of the greatest tracks in the world. And we will have a bit of a track map come up on your screen next. And yes, as I said, I think it's fantastic. It hosts the Bathurst 1000, which is V8 Supercars, which is basically touring cars for Australia and or Australasia, New Zealand, so on and so forth. The V8 Supercars, fantastic series. Been running the Bathurst 1000 here since 1960. Every year, 1,000 miles around this track, which is 1,000 kilometres, I beg your pardon, which is just madness. It computes to about 190 laps or something crazy like that. The fastest time round here, Smithy, funnily enough, is by Christopher Mize, and he did it in an Audi R8 GT3. So the car that you see on your screen at the moment, that on Orthodubs is bouncing off the walls quite laggily, is the quickest car around here in the real world. But the race record, or the lap record, is a 1:59.2.
That's quick.
That is hugely quick. So that is the lap record. These guys will get nowhere near that. You're probably going to see maybe a 2:04 if you're very lucky in qualifying this evening. So, shall we move on to the championship tables? You love the championship tables, don't you, Smithy?
I do like hearing it every week. It changes from week to week. Second place.
Funnily enough, it does. Yeah, it certainly does. And now I'm just trying to get it up on my laptop screen. Here we go. So, after however many rounds we've done, I can't remember how many rounds we've done. It's Overtaker, funnily enough, who's still out in the lead with 316 points. Matt is in second place at the moment, Mathimovich, for Jaeger Motorsport, and he's on 221 points and 95 off the lead. Just a sniff behind him, because this is probably the biggest battle on in the championship, is Unorthodox 16 for Love Island Bombshells in the Audi R8, and he's on 219 points, just two behind Matt at the moment. After a good week last week, Big Boy Brazier has brought himself up into fourth place with Ginsters Aren't Proper Pasties with 140 points. Richie the Underfrog is up 130 points in P5. Gary the Collector is P6 for Jaeger Motorsports with 120 points. And Plava in 7th position, Smoking Hot Racing in the Ferrari, 118 points. Peaceful Explosion, Simplay Racing in the Ferrari, is currently in 8th place with 109 points. Little Leach, the second of the Love Island Bombshells, is on 105 points in 9th place. In 10th place is Holty, Teletubby Motorsport, just in front of his teammate Fury in P11 on 80 points. D-Biggs brings in 12 plates in the second of the Ginsters cars, and JM Grill in 13th place for Speedy Frogs with 66 points. Sutty Apex not having the best of rounds, best of seasons in P14, second of the Simplay Racing cars, 53 points, and he is tied on points with Smoky Devil, who's in P15 with 53 points. So that's your drivers. The constructors is a little bit different. Jaeger Motorsport are leading the Constructors' Championship at the moment with 341 points, 17 in head of Love Island Bombshells with 324 points. Third place over McDisco Racing Face Racing in the Lamborghini, 295 in P3. Speedy Frogs in P4. Ginsters Aren't Proper Pasties in P5. Smoking Hot Racing in P6. P7 is Teletubby Motorsport, and Simplay Racing bringing up the rear in P8 in the Constructors. Okay, just quickly before we get chit-chatting, say hello to all those people in the chat. PN Motorsport, our super fan, is always there and always there supporting us. Great to see you, my friend. Holty in the chat, but also in the race. Peaceful Stepdad, good evening and good luck and all that this evening. And that's about it, really. 17 people watching, and I've only got 6 likes, so hit the like button. Show us your support. 17 people watching, give us a hello. You know, just pop it in the chat, say hello, and let us know you're there, because we like knowing you're there. So, where are we, Smithy? What's been going on while I've been talking rubbish for the last 5 minutes?
There's some quick boys on here tonight. I know that much. 205s, 206s.
Yes, indeed, and Sutty right up there, isn't he, in the 205s as well.
Peaceful's up there as well. The Ferrari's looking good around here. Like we said last night, the Ferraris look good around.
Yes, they are looking really solid. And when we were looking at the lobby earlier, there was no Jamie and no Emplava, but they're both in the session, but not out on track at the moment. But yes, you're right. There is some those Ferraris are going very well. Dan leading the pace at the moment. Sutty from Overtaker. We might see Overtaker struggle tonight, you know.
Yeah, I reckon we could see him struggle tonight.
Yeah, and you know, for variety, you know, we would like to see different winners. So we'll see if he does struggle tonight. We might have a scrap on our hands. It's a funny old track, isn't it, Bathurst?
It's nicer in the wet.
It's nicer in the wet. You would say that. You like everything in the wet. It always gives you an opportunity then. I didn't think it was too bad in the wet. I don't think there was anything. I don't think we had enough wet running to really get the track saturated, because the last corner was starting to get a bit of a puddle. And I do remember the last time we raced in the wet here, that turned into a really treacherous puddle. And I don't think we got quite enough rain last night. It was all really manageable, wasn't it?
It was, yes. Sorry, I got my little boy trying to get me to get him a drink.
All right. What, Jack Daniels and Coke, or is it a bit young for that?
Yeah, that'd probably help him sleep a bit better.
It probably would, yeah. You find a bottle of that usually does that. So Smithy sounds distracted. He's got the little one pulling at him.
2 6.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, while Smithy just sorts out. It's a funny old track up here. As Dan said in the track guide, it's very, very narrow. There's not a lot of overtaking opportunities, but it's a real game of skill, this one. I've been quite vocal about it the last few weeks. I love this track. Again, by my performance last night, you probably wouldn't have told that, but I do love this track. It is an absolute challenge. Scares me half to death, but it is a cracking good challenge. Up and down the mountain. Is he all right now? Is he all right with a bit of tequila?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's gone. He's sound.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I was just saying about the track, how much I love this track, although my performance wasn't that great, as we see Little Leach really easy to go wide where he was, right at the top of the mountain there. Very easy to go wide. Right up there. It bites you, doesn't it? When it goes wrong epically.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of room for error either, to be fair, coming down the hill. Like you say, it's just about 2 cars' whips.
Yeah, and very easy to get yourself into trouble, as we see Little Leach with the second incident.
Bouncing off the barriers.
Dancy, yeah. So this is one of the only tracks, and I don't know if you knew this, Smithy, but you can actually use the reset button on the way down the hill. Yeah, so those people who've got reset buttons assigned on their steering wheels and whatever, it's not allowed in Simplay. You can't spin and then just reset, so you're pointing around the right direction. The only time you can reset is if you're on your roof and on the downhill of Bathurst. They're the only 2 places that a reset button is usable, and as I say, this is one of them. So you might see the reset button used tonight. If there's an incident up or down the mountain, it will take a lot of cars with it normally. So
I don't know if anybody used it last night, did they? Did you know of anyone?
I didn't know of anybody. No, there was a few incidents. I think we all had them last night, Joe. I don't know as many people got away with no incidents. I think Kieran was the class act of last night. He was absolutely gone in race 1. Seemed to be absolutely hooked up and had it all sorted. So, but apart from him, I think everyone else probably had a moment or two somewhere.
Tonight's going to be interesting, I think, Kelly. Looking at what's coming out on the practice.
Yeah, it could well be, mate. It could well be.
See somebody new up on the podium.
Up on pole maybe as well. Yeah, it's if Overtaker puts it on pole, that'll be 50 pole positions for the Lamborghini this evening. So there's a good chance that record could get done. But looking at his practice pace, and he doesn't normally sandbag, does he?
No, he doesn't. No, he normally gives it all he's got.
Yeah.
But I did hear somebody say he did a 2:04, wasn't it? Dead.
Yes, that's what I heard. I heard that as well, and I don't know if that was exaggerated rumour or
I mean,
he actually did it.
Yeah, I'd have to cut half the track off to get anywhere near a 204.
Yeah. I'm with you. Absolutely, I wouldn't get anywhere near that.
I
Nowhere
suppose
near.
we're now going to find out in the next minute. Straight into quali.
Yeah, absolutely. Those in the chat just saying hello to James this evening. James saying that Dan's been talking about the big game all day at work. He loves this track, apparently. He certainly does, James. He bores the pants off us about it, to be fair, and he probably bores the pants off you at work as well. Talking about Bathurst, he does love it round here, so let's see what kind of results he gets. The problem with bigging yourself up...
Yeah, I was going to say, he's now got to back it up.
Yeah, exactly that. You big yourself up, you got to back yourself up. So we'll see. And PN Motorsport Superfan is has put rule 1.11. I don't know if this actually that is the rule, or you would just, you know.
This bloke must have a star next to his name. He must be the #1 fan.
Oh, he's got to be. PN is our number one fan and racer as well. We don't see him on track as much as we would like to, but I think possibly as we move towards a new year, you might do, because there's some interesting stuff in chat, Smithy. I mean, mainly a talk of getting rid of our old faithful here, Project Cars, being that it's no longer being produced, no longer being updated, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of talk about that, and some other formulas maybe as well for the new year. So that's all exciting chat. But back to the here and now. So topping the time sheets for a change is Unorthodox 16. Big Boy Brazier right up there as well, as is Sutty Apex and Peaceful Explosion. Those Ferraris going really, really well. Mathew in 5th and Overtaker in 6th. So we move into a 10-minute qualifying. They're going to want to get out there sharpish, aren't they? Oh yeah.
Oh, and Brava straight in the wall.
Straight into the wall. Good little touch. Just make sure it's there. And as soon as I said they want to get out there sharpish, 4 cars pops out. Because it's a 10-minute qualifying and a 2-minute lap. You're not going to have loads of goes at this.
No, if you make one mistake, you got to get in and out again straight away.
Absolutely, and the guys pointlessly were trying to warm their tyres up in the pit lane. Does no good.
What does that do?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. It doesn't do a lot on a Formula 1 car. So, you know, and it certainly does even less on a GT3. But you know what, Smith? If it makes them feel good, if it makes them feel like race car drivers, you leave them to it.
That's it, let them get on with it.
Let them get on with it. It makes the show look good, doesn't it? Right, so predictions for pole.
Well, we spoke earlier about people on pad, and I assume Sutton's possibly on pad. Big Boy Brazier's obviously pad, Overtaker's pad.
Yeah. We talked that the pad wasn't going to be that good. Overtaker's got to have another go at it. He's had a clomp on the wall all of a sudden. We both reckoned the pad wasn't going to be so clever around here, did we?
No. Well, I'm going to go end ups for pole. Jesus, where's he going? Oh, he's bouncing down the hill. That's a new one.
Yeah, bouncing down the hill.
Is he going to pit and come back out again? Was that lag? Was it?
I'm not sure if that was lag. He's been a bit laggy this evening, although he's got some marks on the side of his car, so that might have happened, but it might have been lag. We'll see what he does. I can't pick Unorthodox because me and Dan have got this pack that we don't. Big Boy Brazier's disconnected. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I think he's got maybe up to 2 minutes to get back in again. We'll see if he gets back in.
We spoke the last couple of races. We said about overtaking on track. This is probably the hardest one of the 3 for overtaking. Do you not find?
It is difficult, yeah.
Not many spots, is there?
No, it's so narrow, this track. As Dan said on the track guide, you can do it at the chase, which is the end of the back straight. But you've got to be right behind someone. You've got to be right on them. Bryn put a lovely move on me going up the hill into the first right-hander. He pulled a lovely move and then lost it right in front of me at the end of the move. But it is doable, but it ain't going to be easy, that's for certain sure. This and Suzuka last week. We were Suzuka last week, weren't we? Yeah. Are both really hard to overtake.
Yeah, they'll all be fighting to get front of that grid, I think, because whoever possibly can get out away first and clean.
Track position.
Stay there, yeah.
Track position's going to be everything tonight. No chance of any rain tonight, so we understand. Although I don't set these lobbies up, so we might have some rain, but I don't think there's any chance of rain this evening. Always falls nice for the pro guys, doesn't it?
Like I said, I don't mind a bit of rain, so I'm not gonna moan about a bit of rain.
No,
Rain's always fun.
I've had some good results in the rain, so one of my race wins was in the rain, so I'm not gonna grumble about the rain, but I just think it's a harder game to play Pro-Am than it is pros. These pros have, they never seem to have the rain, they they all behave themselves so well that it's all you got to do is be quick, Smithy, something you and me lack, but that's all you got to be is quick.
Quick and quick.
Quick, yeah, 3 doses of quick is what you need, and as I said, something that you and me struggle with.
I can actually, for once, say I've got a quicker time than overtake around the track.
Yay! For once.
It'd be nice to see the 2 Ferraris up the top end.
Yeah, absolutely, and Enplava with the first man putting in a sensible time. Oh! Hello!
Whoa.
Oh, there we go. There's the first 2:04 of the night, and it's Unorthodox who's put that one up. There's a 2:04.8. That's a good banker lap, isn't it?
That is a good lap time.
Yeah, that's now the benchmark that everyone's got to beat.
Let's see what big boys coming in at.
Yeah, he obviously got back in because we were missing him for a minute, and he would be now starting his flying lap.
Yeah.
Now starting his flying lap. Who else is coming? Sutty was good in practice, and let's see where he is. Nicely through the last corner, picked up the apex, didn't run wide. He comes across the line. What can he do from there? Goes in at third.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, he's going quicker than that in practice, wasn't he? He was in the 2:05s.
Yeah. And
So
Barbara up in second. Our wildcard, he weren't here last week. We have to apologise for not even mentioning him last week. Not even noticing he wasn't there.
How can we not mention Emplava? He's Emplava. Do you know what I mean? That's like, it's like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh, look out.
Oh, here we go.
Normal service is resumed.
Yeah. Just as we thought things were going to change.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And Overtaker comes out for another go. He pulls out right in front. Is that Matt or is that Gary?
Dan's coming out now as well. He's seen the time. He's got to get out there.
He has.
Oh, I'm interested now. This is getting better.
Now, we know that Overtaker is a pad runner, and we know, although he runs manual gears, there is a start advantage with the pad, and Dan knows that, and that's why Dan is always keen to be in front of him in quali, which doesn't happen very often this season.
No.
So Dan's going to want to get that back.
Rambo.
And he's going to want to get that back, Smithy.
He is, but
he needs to.
You got to be spot on all the way around the track without hit any traffic. I'd have thought. I don't know where Dan.
Where is Dan on track? He's starting to get himself a bit of space, isn't he? It's not great. He could have done with the car behind him.
And Barbara up the third.
Oh, look at the state. Is his car smashed up on your screen?
Yeah, his car is a bit worse for wear. Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought he's running damage because he's just come out of the pits. But sometimes when you have a bit of damage in these sessions, it just shows it on the car all the way through the session, regardless if you repaired it or not.
Our 2 French chaps are back in this week.
Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. May we, Smithy. We really must make an effort for more French.
We say that every week, but we don't get any further forward.
No, we don't. We say it every week that we're going to learn some extra French. Richie, straight back to the pits. You're gonna have to crack on now. He's not gonna bother. He's got 2 minutes left. You won't get round in time.
This is surprising to see. Matt 13th.
Matt was saying that he is struggling with this track, really struggling. I don't see the Mercs being any good whatsoever. Where's the highest Merc at the moment? That's Holty at the moment. We got no Fury tonight, have we?
He's got a qualifying ban, race 1.
Quali race ban, right, okay.
Same as Gary, 131.
He's got a ban as well, has he? So, well, yes, the Merc is not great round here. Matt is not liking this track round here. I did offer him, as I'm moving house tomorrow, I did offer him the position of commentator tonight, but he said, as bad as it is, he still reckons he needs the points. So, so he's going out there, but it's Matt, isn't it? If he's not, we might see him towards the front end because it's Matt, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
But he may struggle tonight, so don't be surprised if he doesn't feature very highly. But I said we'll see.
219 is a long way off.
It is a long way off, but that's him not trying, isn't it?
I reckon Gary's just said, "Oi, give me some company at the back here, and we'll just go around."
Something like that. But then,
tactical, possibly.
Then, if Matt's not going that well, quali last night was a 207, I believe. That would put him 8th or 9th, right in the middle of the pack, in a tight track, on a tight grid. Is he feeling that being at the back's better than being in the middle?
Possibly. It's a lot to do, though, like we say, because these boys, if they do get away clean, you're not going to make up 10 places.
This is the problem. You get away from the back, and you'll be at the back right the way around the lap.
Yeah. Exactly that. I've got the 2 Ferraris, 5th and 6th.
So, overtaker's done. He's in the pits. He isn't going to get anything more from that. Where's Dan? What kind of lap is he on? He's now coming down Conrod Straight, flat scat down through here, 170 mile an hour when you get to the bottom. He's half a tenth up. He's half a second up. He has got enough in hand, Smithy, to put it on pole. He has indeed. As he comes down, this is flat out down through this part of the Conrod Straight, and then you come into the chase. The chase is a selection of these corners. Get it slowed down. Picks up the apex, lovely. Runs it out to the edge. No wheel spin as he comes down through here. Just one corner to negotiate. You think that can't be too much of a problem. Murray's corner, it can be a problem. Dan is middle of the road, stays on the track. Is he going to come across the line? Is he going to be able to put it on pole? No. Oh, misses out by 5/100ths.
Whoa.
Oh, he is going to be absolutely gutted. 5/100ths, he misses out on pole. Sutty is. Sutty has moved up to 3rd. Emplava's still on track.
Big boy jumped 5th.
Yeah, Big Boy's in 5th. Who have we got coming across the line next? We saw Peaceful coming round the corner. Yep. He comes across the line. Can he go quicker? No, he can't. So Emplava is your last one across the line. Can he improve on 4th? Can he displace Sutty maybe? And we don't know yet.
That's 50 for the Lambo.
It is 50 pole positions for the Lamborghini. Overtaker making that record, and with a 2:04.4. Dan missing out by 5/100ths for pole position. So on pole is the overtaker. Dan also on the front row. Second row is made up of Sooty Apex and Emplava. Big Boy Brazier in 5th beside Peaceful Explosion. 7th place is the first of the Mercs. Holty in 7th. D Biggs in 8th in the Audi. Matt in 9th. Finally going up the grid a little bit. And Smokey in 10th. Richie, Speedy Frog, is in 11th. Little Leach in 12th. JM Grill is in 13th place. And Gary is, with a qualifying ban, sits 14th. And that's your runners and riders. So,
race win then, Kelly. Who have you got for the race win?
I'm going for I tell you what, I'm not going to pick a name because I don't want to ruin anybody's race. I'm going for a Ferrari.
I'm going to go Dan for the win.
Okay.
But I reckon a Ferrari pilot.
A Ferrari pile-up. A Ferrari scrapyard into turn 3.
First turn.
Third turn.
Sati should be quick off the mark being on the pad. Him and Overtaker should have that little bit of advantage that we say. And Big Boy, where's Big Boy? He's in 5th. He's also a pad driver.
Yes, we'll certainly see. Quite a short run up to turn 1. There is overtaking opportunities. I managed it last night, 7th to 4th in the first corner. That was my brilliance over and done with in 10 seconds. The rest of the race wasn't there. But it can be done. You can make good positions in the first few hundred metres. Right, lights are on for some of the drivers. We wait for the reds as they all sync up. 1, 2, 3 reds, and we are green and go. And away, Sutty with a cracking start, as we thought he might. Dan with a close one as well, but he's going to be on the outside as they come into turn 1. Dan's going to go all the way around the outside, and he's got the traction. He's on the grass slightly, but he's going up the hill in first place. Sutty Apex on the outside. No, in front of Overtaker. Overtaker's gone back 2 places as they climb up the hill for the first time. Look at the power in that Ferrari. Oh, and Sutty's got him done. Sutty Apex leads this race with Dan in 2nd and Overtaker in 3rd. The Collector's up a couple of places as well, and stuck behind his brother.
Well,
Yes.
Sutty's pulling it out at the beginning.
Did you see the Ferrari power up the hill?
That was rapid.
Yeah, just destroyed the Audi up the hill. And Dan will be sitting there waiting for... Oh, what was that? That was Emplava going a little bit wide. Collects it all together. He's got Peaceful on the outside of him. Gets through cleanly. Who was? Who's up? Oh, yeah, he is. Holty. Having a cracker. Having an absolute awesome start. He gets better week for week, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah. And Emplava having a bit of a squirrely first half to the race. Went up and down the hill, hardly going straight anywhere, as he has another bit of a wiggle as he comes through the elbow, and they run down the Conrod straight for the first time towards the chase.
Oh, the 2 French lads are right at the back.
They are.
He ain't got a thingamajiggy on the back.
He ain't got a spoiler, they call that.
Straight of that.
That is wrecked.
First lap, first race.
I used to have a Cortina that drove like that. Yeah, that is.
What is a pit window?
Oh, good question. It's pit 3. Yeah, end of lap 3 to lap 8 is the pit window. Still, the end of the lap. These 3 have broken away quite nicely now from Emplava, who's up into 4th. What happened to Holty?
No
He's
idea.
gone right backwards.
Right back. He must have
had a moment somewhere. Yeah, might have had a moment just in the chase. It's easy to outbreak yourself there. So Emplava is best of the rest at the moment in 4th place, but he's got Jamie Brazier all over him like a rash as they come up the hill again for the 2nd time this evening. So the top 3 have broken away a little bit. Sutty from Dan from Yam. As say Emplava. Oh, and round end goes.
Oh.
Everyone gets through reasonably clean. Oh, Smokey's gone as well.
Oh, must be a bit of oil on the track.
Oh, must be. Yeah.
No,
That's
through.
That's where you predicted a Ferrari problem, and that's where you got one. 2 Ferraris there. Yeah, in a bit of a mess. We'll see if they have to come into the pits or not. Dan is all over him. Yeah. He's all over Sutty as they come up the hill. Dan was saying such confidence he's got up the hill that he's flat all the way through the corners up the hill. Flat. I mean,
I'm not even half paced up the hill, I don't think.
Oh, and there's damage from Sutty. He's tapped the wall. Dan's having a look. You won't get him on the way down. As Sutty gives himself damage now.
Richie's in the pits, which we assumed he would be.
Yeah, that car was driving really badly, so yeah, it was crabbing along the road, and yeah, he'll be in there for some time. Emplava obviously went backwards, so Jamie Brazier is in 4th place at the moment, but he's got a couple of seconds to make up now from this leading
Ferrari in a straight
trio.
line.
Yep. Oh, Overtaker nearly got into the back of Dan. Did he get up on the grass? He looks like he did. Dan's going to have a crack into Murray's corner, into the last corner by the looks of it. He's going to try and go round the outside. Overtaker didn't lose it. I think he might have just got up on the curb a little bit. Dan again, all over Sutty. He's going to have another look. You can do it into turn 1 as well. Overtaker having a look. Is he trying to spook Dan? I don't know. And as they rise up the hill again, this is where it gets tricky. The two overtaking opportunities are probably last corner and first corner are the best ones. Meanwhile, Jamie Brazier is, as I said, in 4th place. A couple of seconds back, he can see these guys in front of him. He's got Peaceful Explosion for close company. And Matt just quietly moving up the grid as people make their mistakes.
Yeah. Gary's up to 8th as well from the back of the grid.
He is, yeah. So these guys making their mistakes. The collector's collected nothing.
No. He's learned from last week, not collecting nothing this week.
Nothing this week. Richie's still in the pits at the moment, which we thought he would be. Have you got a bit of a cough?
Yeah, when the kids go to school, they seem to bring everything back with them.
They do, don't they? Yeah. Little people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every germ possible.
Yeah, so, yeah. All the germs are back out. This is close battle here. These three, very, very close. You feel that Sutty's just the cork in the bottle at the moment, don't you?
Yeah, he's the one with the pressure on him, isn't he? I think the other two ain't going to feel it like Sutty is going to feel it. I know I wouldn't want to be where Sutty is.
Oh, yeah, I'd hate to be leading the race. That'd be terrible.
Yeah. one little twitch and you know they're going to be straight on you.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're quite right, and they're going to give no mercy. And then we got a nice little battle for 4th, 5th and 6th now as well, just lining up. We've moved to Holty. He's got himself back into 8th place.
Oh, I was going to say, Gary's next to Gary, but Gary's just...
Oh, he's collected something.
The wrong way. That's why I clicked on Holty and Gary, because they were next to each other.
Yeah, he's done that in the elbow just before he Conrod straight. Yeah, he's collected the wall.
Oh, this is tight. Oh,
whoa, yeah. Well, does Dan have a problem? Dan must have had a problem. And Overtaker, what happened?
Yeah.
Did they get together in the... Oh, my God.
He's just
Wacky races here. That'll be damage. That'll be Dan's race compromised. I don't know what happened to him and Overtaker. Did they have a moment down into the chase, I wonder? But it's certainly let Sutty off the hook for a minute. So we'll see what progresses.
And people, Matt's up to 3rd now. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. When he started in 9th and now he's up to 3rd. Like we said earlier, he weren't feeling the race, but he's gonna. If he takes a 3rd, he's gonna be laughing again.
Absolutely, and this is
Smokey and Gary.
This is the way that this track can be. To be honest, do you know what I mean? This is the way.
Yeah.
You know, you get hit, you get a bit of damage, and yeah, it's race over. That was Peaceful in the wall. Rubbed up against the wall. He's kept his door mirror, so couldn't have been that bad, could it?
These three boys will be loving this in the same party. Like
second,
and third.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just saying that Peaceful had kept his mirrors, but then the mirrors on these cars are indestructible. They are. Have you ever seen a mirror off? No. They want to make cars out of whatever they make the mirrors on these cars, because they are absolutely indestructible.
D-Biggs is feeling the pressure from Overtaker. Little Leach up to 6th.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So who's the highest one who's pitted? That'll be Dan, wouldn't it? No, Jamie.
Big boy. Yeah,
boy Jamie's up to 7th. After having a bit of a bump and a scrape with Dan in the pits. Dan is right behind JM Grill and about to put some moves on him by the looks of it, and he's right on the back of him as they come down Conrod Straight. Dan's going to do it down the straight. He's got it done. I don't think JM
Sutty's in the pits.
Sutty's in the pits.
Let's see how quick the stop is. He's got to go before Big Boy.
And all things being equal, he should do it. And it's not a quick one. It's okay, but it's about average. Is that Matt in the background? Matt in the background stop was much sharper. much sharper. He's really gained some ground on Sutty with that stop. Where's the overtaker? He's coming down the hill. Big boy Brazier's going to cross the line. Is he going to get out for no? Sutty's out. Where's Matt? Matt is out.
Be interesting to see what overtaker can do now. If he can pull up some time.
Yes. Yeah, you're quite right.
Peaceful to catches yet. They've got to get him. I don't think you can get a big enough gap around here.
Yeah, it's all peaceful in the wall again. Didn't take that mirror off, look. Didn't take that mirror off.
No. Emplava, Holty.
Yep, all those guys in the pits at the moment serving their pit stops. So as the pit stops shake out, we haven't had Peaceful or Overtaker pit yet. And so Sutty would still be in the lead of this race. Matt would be, Matt's got Jamie all over the back of him. This is a scrap on now for what would be next second place at the moment. And Matt, as said, having a quiet race, but just steadily got himself up to the front, stayed out of trouble, had a great pit stop, has got himself right where he needs to be. Dan is tucked up behind his own old teammate.
Yeah, Jamie is trying to hunt Matt down. Matt's not an easy person to get past.
No, he's not. He's and you know, you've got to look out for those for one of those Duffin chops. And as I say, it's only got 10 chopping days to Christmas. 10 chopping days. I'm wasted here, I tell you. Oh dear. I feel like I'm the only one laughing.
You are for that one. You said don't for Christmas.
Okay, I did. You're right. I apologise. So back to the racing, and where Jamie needs to right on the back of him, he's a little bit too far behind to put a move on there. Dan in the background, he's a little bit too far behind as well. He's going to be desperate to get past his old buddy and his old championship mate, D Biggs.
Peaceful's just come out of the pits.
So Peaceful comes out in third place. That's a good stop.
Yeah. Sutty's 4 seconds ahead, so Sutty should. Overtaker's only got 14 seconds up on him. If Overtaker can get some laps in, but he's only got 2 more laps till the end of the pit window, so he's got a pit in the next 2 laps, Overtaker.
That's correct. You're quite right. He does, and I think he's going to come out around about Dan. You know.
Yeah, he's not going. Yeah, I'll be surprised if he comes out before Matt and Jamie.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be around. I think he's going to come out just behind Dan. Is my theory on this. Dan and Overtaker must have got together earlier in the race. They must have done. Yeah. And Dan's still hunting down D Biggs. D Biggs driving well.
He's having a solid race.
But
him and Jamie, good points at the moment for their team.
As you say that, Jamie was in the wall.
Yeah, Jamie, yeah.
Backed into the wall. He kept his rear spoiler. We'll see how much damage he's got.
He was behind Matt, weren't he? So I don't know if he had a bit of a coming together.
It looks like the top of the hill.
Peter's had a moment.
Yeah, Peaceful had a moment as well on the elbow. Probably just lost the back end a little bit. Easily done. It's downhill braking. So Matt has got Peaceful done. Now Dan's having a look at D Biggs. Similar car, well, same car, similar power. We'll see who's got it set up different, because Dan's going side by side as they're down through the chase. Kieran Argent, if you're watching, got memories about that one.
They're catching Peaceful.
Yep, they are catching Peaceful. And Matt in a cracking position here in third place. Overtaker, 1 lap to go. He can do the end of lap 8, can't he? I think so.
Yeah, end of lap 8.
End of lap 8. So he's got a little bit of time on his hands. Dan's now got past D Biggs. He's got the job done. So now he's going to chase after Peaceful.
Jamie can't have too much damage because he hasn't pitted. He's carried on.
Yep, he has probably got away with that. That was at the top of the hill. Easy to get on the gravel at the top of the hill there, and when you do, it's hard to recover it. It's a really tricky spot to get into. Good evening to Max Mulder in the chat. We missed you last night, didn't we, Smithy?
We did, yep. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. Sorry, dude. Not that it did either of us any good, you not being there, but
we missed you for the numbers, but not for taking another pole or podium.
That's right. And he's asking why the guy in the Audi is so fast and have to learn me to get so fast. Well, yes, that's. I suppose it's half driving, but it's also. I think the Audi's reasonably well suited round here, and it certainly is next week when we move to Le Mans Bugatti. That's the Audi is good round there. That's for certain sure. Who's that?
Sutty.
Yep.
This is where Peaceful has his moments around this little bit. See if
this is the tricky bit. Downhill going.
Dan is fast through here.
Yeah. I find you're either one thing or the other. You're either quick on the way up the mountain or quick on the way down.
Yeah, this straight is where I've seen Dan overtake 2 people now.
Yeah, but he's got a Ferrari in front of him, and we know the Ferrari's going well here. I said Plava in the pits again. Right,
so Overtaker's got a pit at the end of this lap.
Yep. Oh, you can see that. Oh, and he's on the grass there. That was pad all over, wasn't it? The understeer was horrendous. As Halsey goes into the pits.
Yeah, Halsey's back in.
For the third time, apparently.
Dan's got Peaceful.
Not yet, but he's going to have him, and he's on the inside line. Got the job done. That's another one done.
He's got
that means
in the corners, isn't he? That Audi is tweaked on corners.
Absolutely. And look who's in front of him, his old mate.
Yep.
This should be interesting. Dan's good round here. Matt never wants Dan to get past. I wouldn't be jumping off to much else than these two, Smithy. And Haley, get that notepad ready. As Dan and Matt get close to each other again.
Haven't written nothing down yet, but now get the pen dipped in the ink.
Yeah, get it dipped in the ink and make sure there's plenty of it, because we know what happened when these two get together. Oh, and Dan closes up quick. As I said, Matt not loving it round here, and it's probably up and down the mountain where the Merc's at its worst. Look at that.
I don't think the Merc in and out of these bends is going to be quite as well handled as the Audi.
No, let's face it, the thing's as long as a train, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but Dan's not going to be able to overtake through here, so he's just going to be patient, isn't he?
Yeah, all he can do is pressure Matt into a mistake, but the problem is, being that close, his mistake will be... Yeah, absolutely right. His mistake would be your mistake, you know? Peaceful in the background. No. He's round again. No. And he's gone. There's D Biggs. Lap 8. Get your pen out.
Yeah.
And there he goes. Reset button. He's allowed to do that on the downhill. As I said, I'd be jumping back. Where's Matt and Dan? Here we go. Down the hill.
Matt's using the width of the road very well.
He is using the width of the road, and he parks it right in the middle. No need for a Duffin chop when your car's that wide on a thin track, but Dan's going to want to do it. He's going to want to stay close into the chase, and then he's going to want to do it just like he did to Peaceful. Matt's gone deep. Matt's gone deep. He's going to have to concede that position. He knows he's going to have to concede it. He's going to have to let him go. He's not. Lap 8, write it down. Dan goes right round the outside. Lap 8. There we go. As regular as clockwork. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. What can you say? Overtaker's in, out. Where's he going to come out? He comes out.
Only because of the Dan and Matt incident, he's come out third. Otherwise, he'd have been a lot further back.
Yes, indeed. Yes, he would have been. He would have been fourth, wouldn't he? Really, yeah. Matt's managed to get in front. Yeah.
See, now to be fair, after he cut the grass, he should have given the position.
He should have given that. He lost. He
there
lost track.
There wouldn't have been an incident on that corner, if you know what I mean.
He lost that position. He knows that the stewards will be watching him and Dan like a hawk. And
if you had that job, you make a decision. That causes so many arguments.
Yeah, innit? Yeah, and I disagree with that as well.
Yeah, it's for their own self-doing, you know?
Yeah.
But, hey, we've got race 2 coming up. Let's carry it.
And that's Little Leach. And as we said, Richie was close behind him, so he collected him as well. Richie, the way that car's wiggling, it looks like Richie's got damage as well. I bet you these rounds at Bathurst, there's more damage for everybody than any other track.
Yeah, D Biggs has had to pit obviously because of that peaceful incident on the hill.
Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dan's carrying damage now. Jamie's probably got a little bit. Yeah.
Matt must have a little bit, I would have thought.
Yeah, you would have thought so. I mean, the car looks intact.
He could lose a place to overtake her here and lose second place.
Yeah, he could do. Overtakers on the march.
I'll tell you what, your shout for a Ferrari at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, still Sutty Apex.
Solid, yeah, he's flying.
Yeah, we were talking to him just off air, and he said he's, hasn't had it's been a very dry spell for him. He hasn't had a win in quite a long time. So yeah, he's looking good at the moment. 4 laps to do. I mean, things can still go wrong.
Dan's pitted.
Yeah, he's obviously got damage. Yeah, this is all going to the steward's room. That's for certain sure. Yeah. What a shame. So wish that we could just see them race cleanly. Anyway, moving along. Where are we? We've got Smoky Devil, who's all over the back of Gary at the moment. This is for 8th and 9th position. And as they come into the last corner and across the line for another run up the hill. Still got 22 people watching. Give us a comment. Give us some sort of chat. You enjoying the racing tonight? Do you think it's a good track? And do you think Mercedes have got enough spares to repair Gary's car every week? Any of these questions?
Big point to Overtaker. Overtaker must have had a moment.
He must have.
Smoking Gary.
Yeah, he must well have had a moment because.
I wonder if his tyres are going slightly. I never did a whole race yesterday on softs with the temperature because obviously it rained. So would softs start to wear?
No, they're all right. They're all right. Yeah, no problem with the softs. But hey, the Lamborghini is a strange old car. So Jamie having a look down the road at Matt now as they come down Conrod Straight and into the chase. Jamie's going to try and do it all the way around the outside into the chase. He has to tuck back in, and Matt gets it slowed down this time and avoids going onto the grass and takes the inside line to defend the corner into the last corner. Jamie's going to have another go into turn 1. Jamie looking to the outside again. Matt's covering off the inside. Got the corner covered. And up the hill they go again. Overtaker right in on this one as well. Great scrap here for the podium positions. Jamie's going round. This is what Bryn did to me last night. Went right round. Oh, and they go in the wall. Oh, this time it's got to be game over. It's got to be game over for, yes, Matt's Merc is ruined. Absolutely ruined. It's looks like it's crabbing. Still got a spoiler on, mind.
Yeah, it's still going. And wing mirrors.
Jamie Brazier, that was. Yeah, Matt and Jamie on lap 11. All of a sudden, there's lots of writing going on, isn't there?
Yeah.
Lots of it. And Matt's still in 3rd at the moment, but that's about to be taken away by Peaceful Explosion, who's now on the podium. 2 Ferraris on the podium. And Overtaker turned out nice again.
Yeah, he's done. He'll be happy with 2nd place.
I think he will be, yeah.
Not his favourite track.
Yeah, I think he will be happy with that, actually. But again, right place, right time. Let the guys in front of you crash into each other and pass them. That's it's a great technique. So, this man could have a better result coming his way. Matt's probably going to have to pit. Jamie...
How many can't qualify?
Oh, I don't know. What did we start? We started with 14, didn't we? We haven't lost anybody.
It's top 7.
Top 7 can't qualify. So,
little leak.
little leach
After
upwards.
Little leak then. Yep.
If they finish where they are now, we've still got 3 laps of racing, and 3 laps round here is still plenty enough.
Yep. Gary's got Smokey done. He's hunting his brother down now.
Yep, for that 7th place. Although, said it before, Gary would be, if he's playing tactics, he's in a good position for a good qualifying result. Track position is important round here. So, you know, quali 2.
Well, he missed quali 1 to be fair.
Yeah.
So he'd probably be happy to finish in 8th from 14th. I would
maybe. Yeah.
But he's done a great job. 17 seconds up the road. He's had a hell of a race.
Yes, indeed, he did. He
hasn't
is.
really put
So.
a foot wrong, to be fair.
No, Sutty having a great drive. Jamie's in. Jamie's in. Oh, he's got damage, hasn't he? I'm surprised that Matt hasn't come in. Very surprised. Is he trying to?
He's got what? 17 seconds on Dan.
He
Is he
has,
gonna catch him in 2 laps?
He has. What's Matt's last lap, or 2:24? I mean, he had that spin in that, so we'll see what kind of pace what kind of pace Matt can keep.
Oh, there's Jamie pitted. Tactics.
I think he had enough damage, to be honest. Yeah.
Gary's now 7th.
Gary's now 7th and unable to qualify.
Yeah. You never know with these guys, huh? You never know. Some people are clever.
Yep. Some people are clever and some aren't. So at the moment we've got Sutty having an absolute flyer and the fastest man out there on the 207s. Look, that's faster than my qualifying, that is.
Yeah, he's faster than Dan by 500.
Yep. No, 5-1 stat. No, they matched it. 207.1 for Dan and a 207.2 for Sutty. Sorry, 207.802 for Sutty. Oh, forget it.
Oh yeah, Dan's quicker.
They're close.
Dan's quicker. Yeah, Dan's quicker. Just.
Yeah, Dan's in front by 1,000th. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, look at that Merc. That is battered.
Yeah, absolutely battered. He was lucky to keep his rear spoiler, because if that goes, then you are in real trouble. This will be a full lap for Matt with damage, so let's see what kind of lap pace.
Oh, the 2 French lads have not had the best of nights.
No, it's really not a Merc circuit, is it, at all?
No, like you say, Holty was doing well in quali and at the beginning of the race, but he's right at the back as well, alongside the 2 other Mercs. And Plava from 2nd on the grid.
Yeah, he's had a shocker as well, hasn't he? Yeah. So Matt's last lap was a 2:17. Dan's in the 2:06s, so 10 seconds, but it's not enough, is it?
Dan,
I don't know.
6 seconds.
Dan's now 7 seconds behind Matt, with 2 laps to go. I mean, I think he's going to cruise up behind him, you know. But if he can pass him or not, yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, Smithy. It really is.
Just seeing Gary's speed down here. See if Smokey's catching him or not.
I think Smokey's fallen away from Gary. Oh, mind you, Smokey had a much quicker lap than Gary's last one. Gary must have had a bit of an instant doing a 2:13.
Yeah, because he wouldn't want to drop to 8th.
No, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? Because he could qualify.
Sutty coming round for the last lap.
Yep, coming round to start his last lap. Dan is now 4 seconds behind Matt. Peaceful explosion. Comfortable in 3rd place. He's not going to bother anybody further up.
Smokey's had an incident. Smokey's collected D-Bigs by the looks of it.
Yeah, I don't know where D-Bigs
have had a spin.
Yeah, could have had a moment, and just we saw it when Smokey's. There's nobody's got away with it, has there, apart from Sutty tonight.
Yep, apart from Sutty.
I think Sutty's the only one who's had a clean race. Oh, as we see D-Bigs having another hit.
Yep. And Plava.
Yeah, as I said, I don't think any of these so-say pro guys have have got away without having damage on this track. As I say, apart from Sutty Apex.
Well, Matt's been caught by Dan.
He has one lap to go.
We're back to Sutty coming down the hill.
He's still going up the hill for a minute.
Still going up the hill.
Yeah, so Dan has caught back up to the back of Matt. Might need to get that pen ready again. And yeah, Dan with a superior speed and taking a bit of grass. Matt lets him go this time. No point fighting it. He hasn't got the pace. It was only going to be a matter of time or another penalty.
Well, Matt will be happy with fifth.
Yeah, I think he'll be annoyed by some of the incidents. And,
but the way his car is at the moment, I reckon he'll take a solid fifth.
He'll take the points, absolutely. As I said, I think the stewards have got a very busy weekend coming up.
James Grills now overtook Gary.
Yep, poor old Gary dropping back again.
Lost to 8.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that.
Gutted with that, he will, haven't being able to qualify. But it's going to be Sutty who's going to take this win. You know, the Sutty Sendet, he made famous here at Simplay, was my teammate for 2 years in pro, 2 seasons in pro. One of the nicest guys you want to meet, but an absolute lightweight. If he says he can drink, don't believe him. He can't drink. He was in bed at 9:20 at Donny. But look at this. Got all the time in the world. That's a great win. I'm over the moon about that one. Sutty Apex. Brilliant. Absolute brilliant.
Good win. I counted 10 flashes though. That's probably a quality ban next race.
Yeah, excessive flashing.
and weaving.
Yeah, flashing and weaving. That's it. He's going to be barred from the league.
That's a great win for Sutty Apex.
It is, and a great recovery from Overtaker, to be fair. He was right down through the pack at one stage with an incident with Dan and Peaceful Explosion. Another Rari. Yeah.
Well raced the Ferraris.
Yeah.
Teammates.
Another Rari, teammates, yeah. Come over the line for a 3rd place. Dan's going to come over the line, not a million miles away from Peaceful in the end, and he's going to come across the line and take 4th place. I mean, it's good points, it's a good recovery. I think Dan will probably be disappointed with that, but yeah, he had his fair share of incidents. Matt's going to come across the line in 5th with a battered Mercedes. More panel work.
Look at that for a finish from Little Leach.
Yeah, Little Leach.
That's a brilliant finish. 6th place.
In 6th place.
With a 2:11 fastest lap.
That was last lap. That was. Who's next? We've got JM Grill is going to come across the line. We haven't said much about him this evening. 7th is quite a solid result, considering we haven't talked much about him.
Yeah, they were near the back, to be fair to them, the two French lads.
Yep, Smoky Devil. He's coming in. He's 8th place. And Gary lost another position, didn't he then?
Yeah.
Yep, Gary is going to come across the line for 9th place. M. Plava. M. Plava.
He got a bonnet.
No, he's stripping that thing right back for lightness, I think. And M. Plava with an absolute shocker is going to come across the line in 10th. D-Biggs is going to be 11th. Jamie, D-Biggs got no rear spoiler either. And Jamie, I think, has no rear spoiler either. So there's plenty of souvenirs dotted around the track. I don't think anybody got away with it apart from Sutty, from not smashing their car up. Holty's coming in 13th. And
Richie
14th. So there you go. Sutty Apex won that from Overtaker from Peaceful Explosion. I will just run down to the bottom of the tables because Kieran Argent likes me to.
Someone save replay, please.
Yeah, I've done it.
You got that, have you? Yep. Okay. Excellent. Right, so that's race 1 done. We will take a short break, and when we come back on the other side, we will have qualifying 2 and race 2 here. Has everyone got enough panels to put their cars back together? We will see after the break. Fastest lap. Fastest lapio. It was Overtaker, wasn't it? 06.2. Dan didn't do any better. Yeah, Overtaker.
Yep. Overtaker fastest lapio.
Yep. We'll be back after this break with the interviews Don't go away. Come back soon.
I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been staring at the sun in my eyes. I've been keeping on the run every night. But you're too far away to see the signs. So I'm staring at the sun till I'm dry. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed ahead, far from the end. So I'm full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. I've been counting down the days to get out. I've been looking for a way from this town. And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn to forget everything that drags me down. I need to forget everything inside me now. Full speed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round two here at Bathurst this evening. We've had a hectic first race, and we've got the top three in the comms box. And we start with Mike, Peaceful Explosion, and third place. Nice, solid result. Mate, tell us a little bit about your race.
Sketchy is one at times. Like a pinball sometimes. It's a very tricky circuit, and yeah, I'm pretty happy to get third, but I could have been fighting a bit further forward, but a few issues. I'll apologise now, Holty. I think I outbraked myself and hit your bumper. I'd need to look back at that, but and then yeah.
It's a crazy track, isn't it?
It is. I like it as a circuit. If you've not got the right setup, it's horrible to drive. If you've got a nice setup, it's just not as horrible.
The Ferrari seemed to look good this evening as well. The Ferrari seems to suit the track. Although, as you say, I don't think you're the only one. I said I don't think anybody much got away with not having some damage this evening. So kind of survival of the fittest, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just avoiding anyone spinning. I passed a few that had spun going into the start of the hill climb, and it's like, oh, please stay to the right, why don't come bouncing across.
Yeah.
It's just sort of Days of Thunder moment. You just close your eyes and put your foot down.
Absolutely.
You don't hit anything.
Well, that's pretty much my strategy for every race. But anyway, race two, what are your thoughts? Similar sort of thing, just pick through the trouble, really, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure where I'm starting yet. Mid-pack, I think, looking at it. But yeah, it's stay out of trouble and then use the 2 straights, because for some reason this is one of the fastest cars
Yeah.
here. On the straights, you get this behind another car and it flies, absolutely flies.
Yep, absolutely. We've seen it time and time again. The Ferrari is very, very quick here. That's for certain, sure. Congratulations on a great podium position tonight, and good luck for the next race.
Cheers, and congrats Sutty on overtaker. Well done.
Cheers, man.
And we move on to the second place man, and a little bit out of position, but I'm sure he's going to be happy with that. Jan, the overtaker, tell me a little bit about your race.
Yeah, I managed to get good position, which was quite a surprise, because I knew Dan had several times in his back pocket, so that was nice for a start. Then I was super cautious into turn 1, because I really didn't want to make contact and fall behind everybody, so I lost 2 positions. Then we were racing quite closely with Fatih and Dan. I got a run on Dan into the last straight. He made a late move, I had to avoid him, and then I was just spinning around even before the braking zone, so I got quite lucky, but I didn't get collected by someone, especially Gary, right? No, just kidding. But anyway, then I had to pitch. Went out of the box, fallen behind Matt, then I tried to overtake him, and he just spun me around in the uphill battle. I think I was in front of him, he just couldn't turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I got another more damage, so I fallen behind. I think it was another Audi or Big Boy Brazier, and then he and Matt come together into the straight, so I got 2 lucky positions again, so then to just survive in the end.
Absolutely, and I'm sure last week when we spoke about this track, you weren't looking forward to it. You thought you were going to struggle. We saw that incident with Matt and Jamie. That must have been like a gift for you, mustn't it? To see those 2 crash into each other. You must have thought, lovely, thank you very much, I'll have that.
Yeah, I just got the feeling that they were going to come together, you know, because Matt races everyone to the last centimeter, and then with the narrow track and this straight, I just had the feeling I have to stay back and watch them to take out, so that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and that was the best.
Guess, you know,
that was definitely the best strategy. You're quite right. So again, you're going to be to the back half of the track, the back half of the grid for the next race. What are your thoughts on the next race? Just stay out of trouble again, is it?
Staying out of the ball, you know. This is one of them tracks that you're not racing it, you're just trying to survive.
Yeah.
At least I get that feeling around here. So I'm gonna stay to make as little mistakes as I can. A lot of guys make mistakes out here, right? So
yeah,
that's the plan.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. You're probably not surprised that it hasn't done anything to ruin your championship. So yeah, on we go, and good luck with the next race.
Yeah, thanks. And can I just say Forza Ferrari, because it's like to see 2 Ferraris up top.
Absolutely.
Cheers, man. Cheers, overtaker.
Absolutely. Forza Ferrari indeed. And we've got a Ferrari at the top, and I couldn't be happier about this one. Sutty Apex, winner.
Grazie della grazie. You haven't heard that for a while. Yeah.
No, we haven't heard that for a while. I love the way you do Italian and in that northern twang. It just gets me all moist every time you do it. Steady on. What happened in the team garage stayed in the team garage. Mate, just tell us a bit about that race.
No, it was good. Like I said, I got the jump on the start, a good start. I had nowhere to go because overtake covered the inside. Obviously, Dan was on the outside, and then overtake seemed to like sort of struggle at corner exits. So I managed to get on the outside of him there. Managed to slipstream up to Dan and thought, God, I'm going to be able to do him here. Managed to get past Dan as well.
Yeah,
I had really good pace in the straight line.
Yeah, I said you were probably the only man that hadn't crashed it into the wall one way or another all evening, and yeah, you seem to have it all pretty sorted, like you'd done this before.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, no, it was good. We had a good setup, like I say. It was a bit twitchy at the start. My tyre pressures were quite low, so I had to wait for them to come up. And like I said, I was running quite a low wing because I knew that obviously straights are quite long. So then when I seen like others were struggling behind, I managed to just maintain a gap and just sort of chill out a bit.
Dan and Yam were kind of all over you for the first couple of laps, and then they got together and had their incident. That must have really just taken the pressure off you a little bit there, mustn't it?
Oh, it didn't half, yeah, because like I said, I was trying to push, but with the tyre pressure's not coming up, the rear was slidey as anything, so I couldn't push.
Yeah.
So when I managed to get away, I managed to back off and just get my tyre pressures up, and then just, like I said, just maintain a decent gap.
Absolutely. Well, you start all but last for the next race. Survival of the fittest seems to be the order of the day. Is that going to be your strategy for the next race? Just see what happens, pick them off as they spin.
Oh, I'm done now. I've won one.
You done?
So
That's it. Kick back, have a beer.
Race 2. Yeah, I might even just under fuel and just go for the race record just to really peeve Dan off.
Yeah, that would probably do it. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, and as I said, couldn't happen to a nicer guy in my opinion. And yeah, and good luck in the next race.
Cheers, boys, and congratulations to everybody else. Congratulations, Faisal, obviously. Congratulations to overtake on the podium.
Yeah, well, thank you for your congratulations. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Oh, so what's happening? Emplava's looking quick. Sutty, not Sutty, Smithy.
He is looking quick. He was looking quick first qualifying.
He was. It just all went. It all went to rack and ruin in the race, didn't it, for Emplava? So. Are we hoping on a different Ferrari? Maybe Emplava for the win for the next one. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice. He's not far. He's got Big Boy Brazier's not far behind him.
No, they certainly aren't. D-Big's in there as well. Richie's the quickest of the Mercs for the moment. Holty
got a red flag. He's got one grid place penalty, Smokey.
Right. Yeah. What was that? Speeding in the pit lane, wasn't it? That would be. Yeah. And
Gary's just not found a stable. He has his little tweaks, his little twerks like he had last week. Every now and then he just loses control of the car.
Yeah, and already it looks like it needs a new wing and headlight, and as he just gives it another rub as he goes round the elbow and down Conrod Straight. Yeah, Gary's been out of sorts. I said at the beginning of the season, didn't I? He's one of the most natural drivers on this grid, and he has this term which I've heard before about there's drivers and there's screwdrivers. Well, he's been a bit of a posi drive for the last few races, hasn't he? You know.
Yeah, it's been a bit, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he's a better driver than that. He's a better driver than that.
I miss seeing him in the Porsche. When he used to race in that Porsche, he was
electric.
In that Porsche,
yeah, absolutely electric. You get an opportunity, folks, go back and look at some of the previous races between.
Up the third, that's what we like to see.
Yeah, that's more like it. It's because we're talking about him. See, all he wants is attention.
Yeah.
That's it. Go back and watch some of the old.
Only 2 seconds quicker than us yesterday, but.
Yeah. I got into the 208s once.
Yeah, there you go. See.
Oh dear. Let's have a look in the chat. I saw some interesting back in the chat. Where was it? Oh, PN Motorsport, super fan, and saying about how he used to drive and rally a Rover. Mate, honestly, a Rover, is that something you want to chat about, really? He said he had no problem with panels. There's enough panels. There always is for a Rover, apart from the rusty ones, of course. Plenty of duct tape and cable ties. Well, that's how they come out of Birmingham, wasn't it? I think. So we are at the sharp end now. It's still Emplava. Can anybody go quicker? Jamie Brazier's still on a lap. He's just coming down to the chase, breaking into the chase. Can he take that pole position away from Emplava? Gary's behind him somewhere on track as well, and still on a lap at the moment. If I'm right, Gary's right at the top of the hill. He's the only two guys on track. Jamie has a wiggle out the last corner. He's binned it off. Oh, and talking about binning it, looks like Gary's had a moment at the top of the hill as well. He's just rolling down the hill. He's the last man on track. Yep, that's qualifying done. And he isn't going to go any faster now. So it's Emplava on pole with a 2:05.8. Lining up on the front row with him is going to be Jamie Brazier. And Gary right in the thick of it as well, with D Biggs close to him. It's going to be an interesting race, this one. You're going to have the likes of Matt, of Peaceful, Overtaker, Sutty, Dan, all at the back of the grid.
But yeah, you got too much to do from the back of the grid, unless there's a few incidents which you can avoid, like we saw last race, Gary and Matt making their way up. I can't see the big boys coming from the back of this race. I know the trouble is Dan's that quick. He's too quick, but he's not going to be able to get. He's just going to get held up the hill.
Wow.
Where he's flat out, he's not going to be able to go flat out because there'll be people. He's going to have to pick everyone off for each lap.
And you're absolutely not wrong. But as we've seen, anything can happen round here, and even the pro boys can't make it round the mountain without smashing up cars. So anything can happen. Predictions for the win.
I'm going to go Big Boy Brazier.
Okay. I'm not going to say a name because I feel that the commentator's curse is real, but let's just say I'm looking at another Ferrari for a win.
Oh wow, Sutty's going to do well from 13th.
I could live with that. That would be a driver of the day, wouldn't it, if he can do that? But it's not impossible. Maybe a different coloured Ferrari is what I would like this time.
There's a couple.
There's only two ways to have a Ferrari. It's a red one or a yellow one. That's the only way to have them.
This is going to be interesting.
PN saying that his Rover had an MG badge on it, mate. It doesn't make it any better. It's just a badge and red seatbelts. That's all it is. I love a Rover. I love a Rover. No, I don't. So anyway, Emplava on pole. Big Boy Brazier is right beside him on the front row. We are all synced up and ready to go. This is going to be interesting. Don't go anywhere. We're waiting for the lights to come on. We got one, we got two, we got three. It's about 3 seconds and go. And Emplava just got a little bit bogged down on that one. Jamie Brazier on that pad got a cracking good start. Gary still in third place as they come round the corner. Matt goes deep in turn one. Smoky Devil follows him through. They're all jostling for positions at the back. Dan's made a couple of positions. Emplava's going up the inside. Look at the Ferrari power. Forza Ferrari, look at that. Powered right up past the Audi and into the first, or into turn three. Emplava now leads from Jamie Brazier, from Gary 131, D Biggs Holty just behind them. Everyone's got through cleanly so far, but we're not at the top of the hill yet. Dan and Sutty changing positions at the back there. Matt's up to 7th. Peaceful Explosion in 10th place at the moment. Everyone being a little bit more cautious this time, probably learnt their lessons. That's D Biggs and Gary. They're round. Here we go. Here's the big pile up. It's going to be everybody. There was lots of people in that. How they managed to drag that back, I don't know. Because Gary and D Biggs are still moving in the right direction. How did that happen?
No. Oh, somebody's hit the wall.
Richie in the wall. Oh, Emplava's round. Emplava's round, pointing in the wrong direction. He's at it from that point. That's it. Game over. Game over indeed. So Emplava with a great start just drops at the top of the hill. So disappointed. Jamie Brazier is now out in front. Gary, after being round, beaten, and all the rest of it, is still in second place.
Yeah, he's holding his own.
JM Grill under pressure from Matt. Dan in there as well. We've seen these two get together this evening more than once, so they're close on each other's heels again. Get the pens ready. Dan goes round the outside of JM Grill down Conrod Straight. They're into the chase. And Matt takes avoiding action. That's Gary off. Gary and D Biggs. We need to be back on Matt, I think. We need to be back on Matt because it's going to be here we go into this last corner. And Sutty's, where does Sutty come from? Sutty's going to go round Matt as well. He's in front of Matt. He chops one side and the other. He's going to have a go at Biggs. As Sutty said it ain't going to happen this time. He's going to collect Dan. No, Dan stays out of trouble. Matt stays out of trouble. Dan has got to power up the hill with JM Grill right in front of him again. 2 or 3 of them managed to stay out of trouble. The rest got battered.
Who's up the third?
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Nothing about him. Miley Peaceful's doing well. He's up the 4th.
He is, and staying out of trouble. I mean, you know,
Richie's
even
in the pit. So a bit like the first race.
it is a bit, isn't it? You know, and as I said, stay out of trouble in this. My God. Well, as I said, I think Pro-Am.
He was a little bit ambitious on that corner with Big.
Yeah, and it was a proper Sutty send it, but he couldn't. And that's Gary in the background just collecting the wall.
Yeah, he's collected.
Now he's collected Sutty. He might have to have Peaceful if he's going to get the full set. Smokey for the full set of Ferraris. Dan on the back of Matt again. Richie's left the session. He's had enough. That's Little Leach on the back of JM Grill. Little Leach touches the wall. That gives Sutty a run up the inside. Where's Matt and Dan? There's usually fireworks between Matt and Dan. They're coming down the hill. This might be worth staying on board with. There's so much action going on. And they come down the hill once again towards the chase. The fast bit here. Look, you can see Peaceful in the. He is catching. Holty in second place at the moment.
Oh, he's holding. Well, this is exactly the same place as where he went to overtake last lap, wasn't it?
Yeah, this time Dan's got the inside. Matt can't come across this one now. He's going to have to concede this position, and he does. Dan pushes him out wide. A little bit of tit for tat there, I feel. So where are we? Jamie's still in front, but he's got Overtaker. It's now 6 seconds behind.
Done Holty.
He's done Holty. Peaceful's in there as well. So Overtaker, is there no stopping this guy? He just rises to the top every time, doesn't he?
He must have missed everything, because I didn't even see him get to where he got.
I tell you what, look at these two again. Look at these two.
No, it's got the power in the line, straight lines.
Yeah, but Dan's in front up the hill. This is where Dan is good. Oh, JM Grill in the background.
Are you going to collect anyone?
No, not even the collector. I tell you what, Overtaker is either extremely smart and got a fantastic race skill, or he's the luckiest man alive. I tell you what, I'm going to get him pick me some lottery numbers.
I wanted to tell you this earlier. He sent me his pad settings.
Has he?
He messaged me, yeah. And
Bless
you
him.
don't know how excited I got.
I bet. That's a race win for Smithy next week.
I didn't want to jinx nothing. But.
No. So you haven't used him yet? He said he just done it, yeah?
Yeah, he sent them earlier tonight, and I messaged him back saying, "Oh, thank you very much." You know?
Right, I swear to God, if you win next week, I'm going on pad and I want those settings, yeah?
Us little guys appreciate the help.
Pit window is open, end of this lap, 3 to 8 is the pit window. You've got Peaceful is all over the back of Holty, but Overtaker's dropped him by 2 seconds now. Peaceful's going to be wanting to get past Holty as soon as he possibly can, and we'll see if anybody dives into the pits. This lap round, so I was reading the comments then. PN is pretty much the only man making any comments, but he is a super fan, and that was Smokey going.
D-Big.
Oh, D-Big's just got out of shape on the exit of that curb. We've got one in. Who's that? Gary? Sutty is in. Gary's in. JM Grill is in. So first one's to pull the trigger. Early pit stop, and Plava's in as well.
No, Peaceful's got past Holty.
Yes, Peaceful's got past Holty, probably on power, probably up the hill there, the way this Ferrari's got power. So, at the moment, it's a very similar top 3 bar the leader.
Yep, bar Sutty.
Bar Sutty. Yep, it's Jamie Brazier who's leading this one. Could this be a second win for Jamie Brazier this season?
Could well be. We won't speak too soon.
No, we won't, because there is a long, long way to go.
He has got one man that could possibly catch him behind him.
He has 5 seconds there. Lapping, overtaker was half a second quicker on the last lap. He needs a little bit more than half a second. We'll see how the pit stops pan out. As I say, long way to go in this race, and anything could happen.
Gap on Holty at the moment.
He is.
Oh, Matt's lost his
rear wing.
Spoiler.
Yeah, right at the top of the hill. That's going to be horrendous to drive all the way down through, and a definite pit stop for Matt. That's going to ruin his race.
Yeah, Leach has had a solid first race. He's holding his own tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very quiet tonight.
Yeah, he has been, hasn't he?
I think he likes the tracks that have got less grass each side of the verge. He can't go off track as much then to have an explore.
No, indeed. He can't pop off for an ice cream, can he? Yeah, he's going on all right. What is he, in 7th place? He's definitely going to get Matt. Matt's going to have to pit. He's going to get him before we get to the pits. And yeah, Matt's really got no need to defend that, really. You know, it's he's a sitting duck there with no spoiler. And
Holty's in.
Holty's into the pits.
So is Craig, is he? Yeah. Oh, let's see what happens.
Craig
here.
is going into the pits. Yeah, that's a horrible little chicane area there, isn't it?
It is a hard one to get in.
Yeah, it is tricky.
Holty, Matt and Little Leach in. Matt will probably jump Little Leach with his pit stop.
Matt is going to have to repair that damage. I think Matt's going to be there for a little while, you know.
Here comes Sutty, the first of the pits.
Sutty pitted, does he?
Yeah, he pitted last lap.
Ah, right, okay. Okay, so he's moving.
Sutty, Gary, and them lot pitted. Yeah, Matt's still in.
Yeah, I think Matt's going to be in there for a very long time. Smokey's in close company with Holty, is that? I think it is. Yeah, where's Dan? Dan's got in front of Holty. When did he do that? But he's done it, so he's going to chase after Peaceful now.
He's got it down. Oh, overtake was 2 seconds quicker last lap than Jamie Brazier.
He was, yes. He's bringing that gap down quite nicely. And,
overtake's at a moment because no, Dan's overtook Peaceful.
Yeah, Peaceful's at a moment. Look, his car's damaged. Yeah, the wing mirrors are still all right. But the rest of the car's a mess. Holty's racing the wrong way with no rear spoiler. What is going on with these guys tonight? You see the black bit in between the 2 white lines? That's where you drive.
Tell you what, Sutty's up to 6th. Everyone's got a pit in front of him.
Yeah.
Did you see another podium?
How far is Sutty? 32 off the lead. He's going to make some places, isn't he?
I reckon he could end up 3rd.
He could be on the podium. Yeah, it's possible. Dan's in that position at the moment. It's about a 25-second, depending on how fast your pit stop is, of course. It's about a 25-second deficit. So that would put Sutty right up in the mix, wouldn't it? Right up in the podium positions.
People's in the pits.
Yep. PN Motorsport, super fan. Kelly, remembering our battle in F1 at Bahrain earlier this year. Of course, seems like a very long time ago, my friend. But yeah, we did have some scraps. Hopefully,
Peaceful.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see each other on track when we have. Oh, look at the state of that. When we have another F1 series, which is being talked about. And Holty in the pits, he's got no rear wing.
He's still in the pits. He must
have
big
damage repair, isn't it? Damage repair. There's a lot of manufacturers of panels who'll be very happy after this race. These lot.
Holty's in the pits, obviously. Matt's dropped right down in the 12th, but he had big damage.
Big damage, yeah, absolutely. Holty, second time in the pits with damage.
Yeah,
yes.
Another person in 207. Dan in 206s at the moment.
Yeah, now this is going to be hurting Sooty a little bit because he is much quicker than Smoky Devil. And they're in the same car, so power-wise are going to be very similar on the straights. Matt's in again for a pit stop. yeah, I don't know if he's damaged again. We didn't see him have any more incidents. So, yeah, this one's...
D Biggs is...
Oh, D Biggs with massive damage, bonnet missing, all the rest of the G, honestly. Oh, this has got to be one of the worst showings for Pro, isn't it?
I think the Mercs have definitely struggled tonight, haven't they?
Yeah. Bathurst, you got to love it, haven't you?
Overtaker's in.
Overtaker's in for his pit stop. Is he going to have a quick one? D Biggs' car still being repaired while Overtaker is in and out. Not a bad stop at all. That's good news. So still to pit, Big Boy Brazier and Unorthodox. Where is Sutty?
Yeah, here he comes.
I don't think he's going to get out. No, he's still too far. He's done Smoky Devil, but he's at the wrong end of the pit straight, and Overtaker is out. So
D Biggs is still in the pits. Oh, Little Leach, where are you going? Where are you going?
Oh, I think he's having handbags with Emplava there, by the looks of it, as they just came out of the chase.
Backwards, I was going to say.
Yeah, I think they must have had a little tete-a-tete at the chase. Oh, what was it? Tete-a-tete? Tete-a-tete, something like that. Something like that. Is that French? Cul-de-sac?
Cul-de-sac definitely ain't French.
It is. It's French for dead end.
Well, yeah, I knew it was a dead end. That's why roads are named cul-de-sacs.
Yeah, it's French, though, isn't it? It's a French term, cul-de-sac.
Ah, cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. Mange two, Rodders. Mange two. We really must learn some French, other than cul-de-sac and bonjour. Bonjour.
Big Boy Brazier's still leading.
He is still leading.
Audis now, 1 and 2.
Yeah, Dan hasn't pitted. Big Boy Brazier hasn't pitted. Overtaker has.
Could Overtaker have pitted at the right time? Will Overtaker now? Overtaker's 22 seconds. It's good. I reckon he'll jump Dan, but I don't think he'll jump Jamie.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Does Dan go longer and try and use some of that?
He's only got one more lap to go, then you've got to pit. That's
good point. It's only to lap 8, isn't it? I forget there's a window that shuts. Peaceful onto the gravel. Got away with that quite lightly.
Big Boy's in.
Big Boy's in. Now we'll see.
And then Dubs is in.
Right, now we'll see then. We'll see how quick these stops are. And Dan's away, so he's made a little bit of ground on Jamie. Not a lot. Here comes Overtaker. He's into the last corner. Go, indeed.
He's going to get him.
I don't know. It's going to be close. Jamie's out.
He's got him.
Yes, he's got them both. The Overtaker has nailed them both.
Wow. Now the pressure's on the man. Smokey's in the pits.
That's everyone made their pit stops. Some more than others.
I'm still holding on. I still think Big Boy Brazier's going to catch him. Although he's nearly gained a second on him already.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there no end to this guy's skill?
Well, I didn't expect him to win this second race or be anywhere near the top 3, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we've still got half the race to go, so it's not over. But, you know, hey, the fat lady hasn't sung, but my God, she's clearing her throat.
Little Leach in 5th. Button Love. Great result.
So far.
Yep, Peaceful down in 7th.
Yeah, and he was running up in the top 3 at one point.
This man's still in the pits, or has he pitted again?
Oh, he's pitted about 9 times, I think. He has pit, D Biggs in the pits again. He's 4.5 minutes behind. I don't know what the timing screen's doing now. 3.5 minutes, something. Been in the pits 3 times so far as D Biggs. So, as we just see Emplava rubbing the wall, Smokey goes right round the outside of him and takes that position away. I really am quite surprised at the amount of incidents tonight, aren't you?
I'm a little bit shocked at the quality of the driving and the amount of bank stop barriers and.
There's
Go
quite
on
a
the
lot of it
grass a bit.
tonight, isn't it? And I don't know if it's a case of not enough practice, or people are trying too hard, or what. I really don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of Merc incidents, but just as many Audi ones, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of people. This bloke's got 2 seconds up already over a lap.
Yeah. Job done, innit?
Well, like I said, I don't want to scare you, but next Wednesday.
Hey.
Whoosh.
Yep, he's got overtakers, bad settings. I swear to God, if you win, I swear to
race
God.
1 and race 2, I could start at the back, and here I come.
Yeah, I tell you, if that's the case, you'll all see on Facebook my rig up for sale, because I'll be back on the pad with those settings.
I don't think that's going to work. That's like putting a poor driver in the fastest car on the track. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen.
Oh, what, Damon Hill? Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? Sorry, Tate is French, isn't it? Yeah. Tate is French. Cul-de-sac is French. Look up for me, please. Yeah, Google that for me, Hayley. Wrong way round. He managed to take the front off the car last race. Now he's taken the back off the car. Yeah, so I think Emplava's had that car completely apart. Creme d'oeuf.
Smokey had a couple of solid races.
Who has?
Smokey, he gets better. He gets better every week. To be fair, him and Holty, we say, improve most weeks.
Yeah.
We're down to one speedy frog.
So, Haley's just translated cul-de-sac. It doesn't mean dead end. It means the bottom of a sack. Translates to as a dead end, or a road with no end. Or, the French meaning is the bottom of a sack. Right. Brilliant. Every day's a school day here at Simplay. Yeah, the other one I thought was creme d'oeuf, which is egg custard, isn't it? Creme d'oeuf. It sounds good. It sounds French, doesn't it? Sounds French. Creme d'oeuf. Anyway, Dan is all over the back of Jamie Brazier and is looking for a way round. This is pad versus wheel. Audi versus Audi. In the real world, this is the fastest car around here. The Audi R8 GT3 that can do this in a 1:59. That must be absolutely rapid to go around it.
That is a lot quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think you'll find there's a lot of tracks that the real-time GT3 cars are faster than the sim ones, but this is certainly one of them.
Hope these boys can keep it clean and not make any contact through here.
These two have got history.
Yeah, Sutty could come through with a nice little podium if anything come together. He's only 10 seconds behind.
He is, yep.
But while these two are battling, Overtaker's now 3.5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, it's normal service resumed. Oh, Dan!
Spoke too soon.
He's going to try and spin it round without any damage. Did he get away with it? I think he got away without ploughing that into the back of the backwards into the wall. So
yeah, to me, he hasn't got a push. I know second place, but and his first race weren't the greatest. But
yeah, he's going to want all.
In position.
Dan is, and I know him really well. Dan is a racer. He was like it all the way through his BMX career, and he's like it on his sim career, and the other things that he's done. He likes to win, and he likes to take every position, and he likes the battle, to be fair. So he was probably enjoying having the racing battle with Jamie, you know, and yeah, unfortunately he just overcooked it. So but he's 2 seconds behind Jamie. If he's got a speed advantage, he'll catch back up to him. 3 laps to go here at Mount Panorama in where is it in Australia? Melbourne, which is bottom. Everything's at the bottom, isn't it? There's not much at the top, and there's a whole load of nothing in the middle, isn't there? Absolutely nothing in the middle. But most of the good stuff's at the bottom of Australia, isn't it?
Nearly a 30-second gap between 4th and 5th.
4th and 5th. Yes, you're right. There is. Yeah, that's quite a huge gap. I mean, it's kind of the top 4 that's kept their noses reasonably clean, and then everybody else, isn't it?
Oh, it is. How were the standings after race 1?
Oh, how were the standings? Should we? Are we that bored that we're now on to that? Are we?
No, I didn't, because Matt obviously and Dan 2nd place.
I will tell you, because that's what you're interested in, is 2nd place, isn't it? It's not.
I don't think first has moved much.
At all. Let's have a look, and they're tied on points. So at the moment, Dan would be going back into 2nd place. At the moment, Matt is in 2nd place on 232, and Dan is in 3rd place on 232. So both 106 points off the lead. And we've got 8 rounds left. The remaining points for this season are 216 points.
Well, so it could all be done in the next couple of races, I assume.
Yeah. If Overtaker keeps on the way he is, he'll have this done before the end of the season quite comfortably. And where do I? Matt did tell me where to find the race results. Is it? I can tell you the. So Dan at the moment, where's Dan? 3rd place, isn't he? So 3rd place points are 15 points, and
he's in the pit.
So he's in the pits. He got damage. Yeah, he's got a big gap there, mind, hasn't he? Has he got time on his side?
Maybe he just thought he'd have another pit stop.
Yeah, maybe he was bored. Maybe he wanted a cup of tea.
Wonder why he's pitted. He must have had damage.
Must have had damage. So Matt's in 12th, and he will get 6 points. So Dan will move 9 points ahead if they finish the way they are right now. So we will see. And Peaceful Explosion now. Who's Peaceful up behind? That's Gary. Gary's car looking reasonably straight for a change.
Peaceful's front end's a bit crushed on mine.
And Gary goes round. Oh, is it like every time we switch on to him? Is that what it is?
Quite possibly.
Because it seems to be every time we switch on to him, he's having a moment, or has a moment. Actually, closer to Sydney, you're saying, Bathurst. Yeah, that's all still at the bottom, though, isn't it?
Well,
the bottom of the side.
Under the traffic now. This could hold him up, back him up, and Dan's only 2 seconds up the road.
It could. Who's the traffic? That's the point.
Matt.
Yes. And yeah.
And JM Grill.
Then JM Grill. Let's see how compliant Matt wants to be. He's not going to let them through the chase.
He doesn't have to let them through as such, does he?
No, he doesn't. He can hold his line. He's not allowed to fight, but he can certainly hold his line wherever he wants to go. There's this game has no blue flags, so Simplay runs by endurance rules, which I think would be really interesting for Formula One if they picked up on this idea. Or they used to years ago, really back in the day. There was no blue flags. So, yeah, Matt is entitled to take his line. He doesn't have to, he cannot fight for position, but he can keep his line. So Sutty coming around again. He's still in 4th place after that pit stop. 9 seconds ahead of Little Leach still. So pit stop wasn't a problem for him, was it?
No, not at all.
And Plava, who's been through Ferrari panels like toast, he's done so many of them. Holty, where is Holty this time round? 10th place. And look, here we go again. See, as I said, Dan is tucked right up behind Matt. Matt's taking his line, which he's entitled to do. And Dan's got to look for a way past. This is letting Jamie get away from him now. as they come down the hill. We jumped we jumped back again. We went to Smokey for a second there. Did you have a little Tourette's moment with your fingers?
Yeah, little judder.
So we go down the main straight and we get back to Smoky Devil again, who's on the back of Gary, isn't he? What happened to Matt and Dan down the straight? And yeah, Matt's pulled out the way, let him get through down through the straight. It's going to the chase. Matt loses it on the grass. Oh, slows it down, doesn't collect down. Just lost it under braking a little bit. Probably still carrying a bit of damage.
He's had enough.
Yeah, hasn't he? And he's made that Ferrari 6 inches shorter.
He's got past Gary. Gary's having a bit of wiggle.
Yeah, Gary's got no rear wing.
Yep.
So there was another damage.
D-Big's on his last lap.
D-Big's back in the pits. Overtaker on his last lap. Gary with no wing. That was an exciting 10 seconds, wasn't it?
I didn't want to miss him across the line. I've done that before.
No, he's still climbing up the hill at the moment.
Yeah, but this guy, you blink and he's fucking won the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So he's up the top of the hill. Just got to roll down. He's just getting up to the top hill. Just got to roll down. Jamie is, pretty comfortable now into that second place. Dan's going to have to pull off a miracle, or Jamie have an incident to end up a problem. And Sutty is way back now, 30 seconds behind these guys. So the top three is looking pretty sorted. And lovely day here at Mount Panorama, isn't it?
But drier than yesterday.
Yeah, drier than yesterday. Wetter than an Otter's pocket yesterday. And Gary coming across the lane. He's gonna drive that to the end. In the state of that, well, yeah. I've had transit vans that look better than that. Yes, indeed. So, where's Overtaker? He's coming down Conrod Straight for the last time. Into the chase. Slows it down nice and easy. Picks up the curb. Accelerates away. He's just coming down to the last corner. He's going to lap Holty. Moves out the way. Gives him a flash of lights. Thank you very much. Round the corner. And it's going to be another race win for the Overtaker. I don't know how many that is now. 8, 9, something like that.
That was a great race from where he started.
Absolutely. Jamie Brazier, early leader, got done in the pits. He's going to come in second place. He'll be reasonably happy with that. Dan with a little bit of a battered Audi probably feels he had should have had a better night than that. We go way back, right up the top, coming down the hill now. Sutty Apex is going to come home for a solid 4th place.
He's had a great evening.
Yes, he's had a great evening as well. So, in the chat, let's have a look at your driver of the day. Any votes for driver of the day, let us know in your chat. Smithy, have a think about it. And, have a look, see what you think. Last couple coming across the line. Little Leach in a solid 5th place.
Yes, good points.
Yeah, good points for him. Good race for him. Peaceful Explosion, again.
Another good race.
Yeah, solid points. He probably thought he could have done a little bit better than that. Seems to be happy. That's happy flashing, isn't it? Smoky Devil, 7th place. He's now coming into the chase, so he's a little way back. Gary with another night to forget. He's got M. Plava real close to him. M. Plava goes right round him because he's got no rear wing. He must be an absolute handful, that car.
M. Plava's 8th then, Gary's 9th at the moment, and that's Holty's 40 seconds back.
Yeah, he's a long way back. He is. Holty's done. JM Grill, Matt. What's going on here? D Biggs and JM Grill.
Oh, they're all
Matt. Oh yeah, look, they're all very slow and all missing lots of bits. Look at the state of Matt's car. JM Grill's left the session. So where was he before he left the session?
Past either 11th or 12th.
Better write that one down. I think something happened right at the last lap there. I think, but we'll have we'll have to find out. So, your classifications like this: Overtaker won that race. Big Boy Brazier in second. Dan is third to make up the podium. Fourth place, Sutty, Little Leach, Peaceful Explosion, Smoky Devil, Emplava, Gary 131, Holty, Matt, and D Biggs is your top 12. Who have we got in the party? Dan, are you in?
Who's your driver of the day so far?
I'm going to say probably Sutty, to be honest. We've got 2 votes in the chat for Sutty as well. And we've got Sutty voting for Gary, which is interesting. But 2 at the moment. What about you, Smithy?
Yeah, I'd say Sutty had a brilliant first race and a solid second race. I can't complain at that decision, Sutty.
Absolutely. Well, we got the top 3 in the comms box, and we start with Dan. Dan, race 1 to forget. How was race 2?
Also to forget.
Also to forget. You were hoping for a bit more tonight, yes?
Definitely so. This was meant to be the round I catch Overtaker, but yeah, I just couldn't seem to have any good fights out there. It's ended up in accidents and trips and hazards. It was just one of those nights where it just didn't fall my way.
The mountain can be like that, can't it? It gives and it takes away. Yeah. Tell us anything interesting that happened.
Me and Little Leach scored good points. That's something.
Yes.
I've given up. I've given up with the title. Overtaker's way too far in front, and with him being easily to clear the traffic, there's no way no one can catch him. So it's now focusing on constructors, and me and Little Leach scoring decent points here tonight in race 1 and race 2. We've definitely put ourselves back in opportunity, and I know for a fact that next week, I know Jamie's going to be quick there, but I know this Audi is very, very quick at Le Mans. So it could be an interesting fight once again. But like I said, it's just a night where things could have been good, but it just didn't fall my way whatsoever. But big ups to Overtaker and Jamie. I caught him, but I made one little error, and he hanging on. So
yeah, we saw
those guys.
We saw that error. We saw you go round and keep it out of the wall in that one particularly. You are now leading the Constructors' Championship from Jaeger Motorsport by 3 points at the moment. So, as you say, Bugatti, Le Mans Bugatti seems to do the Audi good. So, yeah. So, I mean, congratulations for being on the podium, Dan, and good luck for next week.
Yeah, cheers. And like I said, well done to Overtaker. Well done Sutty on his race win as well, another race winner, so that's cool to see. So, yeah,
absolutely.
Guys on the podium.
Brilliant, and back on the podium again. First things first, Ginsters is not a proper pasty, Jamie. And but congratulations, back on the podium.
Yeah, cheers, Kelly, and they are a proper pasty.
This is just going to run and run, isn't it? Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Mate, tell us a little bit. You were leading there for quite some time. Overtaker just nabbed you in the pit stops. Tell us a bit about your race.
It was probably that race was I got away at the front, and that was just a race where I knew Overtaker was going to get me. It was just when he was going to get me, and if Dan was going to get me as well, but. Day after the pit stops, Overtaker just nipped me out of the pits. And yeah, at that point I thought, no, the wind's gone. I haven't got the pace to keep with Overtaker. I made a small change for race 2, and it didn't work out very well. And then saw Dan catching towards the end, and I thought, right, I've got to defend for all my life to try and keep this P2.
Yep. You're currently now 4th in the championship, which I think you were before, to be fair. A little way off the second place battle that's going on. But we moved to Le Mans Bugatti, and from my reckoning and the people that I spoke to, I think you're the only person on the face of the planet who quite likes the track. Am I right?
Yeah, I do. I do really like the track.
Yeah.
The circuits that are remaining for the rest of the season, they're circuits that I like. Say, Brandstan knows that the Audi goes well there. Silverstone, I don't really know how the Audi's going to go, but hopefully well. And Daytona, if I can set the car up right, it could be good. It's not going to be better than a Mercedes, but could still be up there. But Le Mans next week, that should hopefully be some decent points on the board. I'm not going to say that I'm going to run away and get 2 wins, but I'm not.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know. But yes, we look forward to seeing how you go there next week. As I said, you're about the only person who likes it and seems to go well there. So congratulations on a cracking good second place, and we look forward to watching you next week.
Yeah, well done to Overtaker, Dan, Dutty and Peaceful as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. And we move on to first place, and Yam. That worked out really well again, didn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I didn't expect such a strong round from me. Race 1 was eventful, but the race 2 was perfect.
Yeah, it worked out really nicely. Your pit stop, particularly, you were behind a couple of guys, including the race leader at that time, Jamie, and you managed to do them all in their pit stops. So, as you say, a cracking good round, a good result. How do you feel about next week at Le Mans Bugatti?
I don't know really. I know the track, but I haven't driven it in, I don't know, 2 years, I guess. So I don't really have any expectations. I think the Lamborghini should go well there because it's quite a few fast corners, but
yeah,
I don't like the track. I think it's, I don't know, I just got the feeling that it's a bit for motorcycles, you know.
It's
long corners and then not so much for cars.
I think you're exactly right. I think the track is primarily used for motorcycle racing, and as I said, bar Jamie, I don't know anybody who particularly likes it. But we will see. We will see next week. So again, congratulations on a fantastic night, a second place and a win.
Well done, everybody.
Extends your lead now to 363 points. 116 clear. You must feel like you've just got one hand on that trophy now.
Yeah, I think it's looking quite nice, but I just want to say I'm expecting Smithy to see you on the podium next week.
Yes.
I said, Yam, I said if he's on the podium next week, then I'm getting rid of my wheel and I'm getting a pad, and I want those settings as well.
Yeah, for 99.
Probably halfway through the season too late for me to qualify and get promoted. Otherwise, we could have teamed up next year, me and the Overtaker.
Well, we'll see. That sounds good. That sounds like a good team. Brilliant. And congratulations again, Yam, on a win in a second place. That's about all we got. Yes, absolutely. That's about all we got time for this evening. Driver of the day for me and Smithy. We're agreed on Sutty Apex, weren't we?
Yep, 100%.
We move to Le Mans Bugatti next week. I hate it. Dan hates it. Most people hate it, except Jamie. Smithy, how do you feel about it?
I just hope it rains, and obviously I've got a new little setup, so
of course
I'm excited. I'm going to probably look the right tool.
So tune in next week, next Wednesday for Pro-Am, for the best night of racing. Not the best commentary team, but we can't do it every night, can us, Smithy?
That we can.
Exactly that. So tune in next week, 8 o'clock on Wednesday evening. Matt and Dan, if they haven't fallen out by that point, will be giving you all the Pro-Am action, where we're going to see Smithy with his first race win of the season, with his new Overtaker pad settings, and is going to be electric. So don't miss it next week. And next Thursday, join us again for pros on Le Mans Bugatti. Jamie Brazier is going to be a quick man round there. The Audi is going to be a quick car round there. Join me and Smithy next week for all that action from 8 o'clock next Thursday. Smithy, any final words from you?
No, it's been the most enjoyable to watch. Overtaker, well done again, buddy. Sutty,
absolutely.
Great win for Sutty. Pleasure to see.
Yes, definitely a great night for Sutty and for Overtaker. Not such a great night for others who were expecting to do well. Ladies and gentlemen, from me, from Smithy, from all the Simplay team, have yourselves a cracking weekend. We'll see you next week. Thank you and good night.
thank you.